Hi there, it's Heidi Mackay, and I've decided I'm going to take you on a bit of a journey to explain network marketing from a business person and from a corporate point of view. So because I've been in a senior position in the corporate world, I can speak that language, and I can also speak a business owner's language because I come from an entrepreneurial family, hotel, restaurants, and real estate, and also had my own business for 13 years before this one. So what I've discovered is that we obviously all live in different worlds, and we all get so busy it's hard to see outside of it. And I was introduced to network marketing 10 and 15 years ago, and like most of you, I had a stereotype notion of it, and it kept me blind. And that was okay 10 and 15 years ago, but where we are in history now, well into the 21st century of life and business, nobody can afford to have their brain closed or their eyes closed or to not be looking at very, very different things. So I will start by saying I was the worst. So you couldn't be worse than me in terms of your thinking on it. You should have heard what came out of my mouth when someone called me to go and look at a meeting. And I had looked at network marketing 10 and 15 years ago, blew it off. Part of it was my own fault because if I had really done some work, I would have known that it creates 25% of North America's millionaires. But the other reality was I had zero interest in selling people's stuff. I'm in a different network marketing company now with Essential Services. There's no stuff. But even though there's lots of very good product-based companies also, and I just didn't get it. So, and most of you don't either, because I talk to hundreds of people a month and I know you don't get it. But I also know that if you can have a high quality conversation from someone from your world who really does understand where you are, some of you would be open to listening, and you can do this in the comfort of your own home and listen to one of these or the whole series or whenever you get to it. Anyway, it's just meant to be a conversation that you can tap into either every time I do one of these or as you feel like it. So today I'm going to read you something from The Business of the 21st Century. So Robert Kiyosaki, who wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad, that book was on the New York Times bestseller list for more than 7 years. Part of a lot of that time in #1 position. One of the most successful business books of all time. He and his wife retired when they were 47, and all he does is teach people how to build wealth. He has a game called the Cash Flow Quadrant. He's written many, many, many books. But anyway, in 2010, he wrote this one. Network marketing is becoming now the #1 business model, period. And that's why it's so important for you to get this, because as corporate has to reduce their fixed costs and reinvent themselves for another century, just like every other institution does, churches have to reorganize and reinvent themselves. Monopolies have to do that, and corporate does too, and so are entrepreneurs. The day of the lone entrepreneur is also over. So every 100 to 150 years, society has to completely, figure out what parts of the old structures will serve them in the future and what parts are just too old and it's not worth investing in. So I made a decision to find something that was properly set up for the future because I had zero patience for cleaning up somebody else's problems or in an old structure that it would just be looking back and fixing. I wanted something positive and moving forward and fun and really big, something that be in a happening place. So I'll read you just something for today. So what Kiyosaki said is, he's been looking at a lot of businesses, so I'm going to be reading, sorry. But he said he came to realize that while personal success is fulfilling, it's much more fulfilling when you can help many others create their own success as well. So he said for 15 years, this is the same as my story, I kept hearing negative things about network marketing, mostly from people I knew. Eventually, I decided to check it out for myself. So in the early 1990s, I ran into a friend named Bill, who was a retired multimillionaire. We got talking, and lo and behold, Bill told me he was involved in building a network marketing business. Bill is a very sharp, very savvy guy, and I knew he had just completed commercial real estate projects of over 1 billion with a B. And I asked him why on earth was he involved in network marketing. So, you know, and what Bill had said is that a lot of people he would want to invest with him in real estate projects didn't have the capital to do that. But network marketing is an equal opportunity business, and it lets anyone from any walk of life actually build a big global, if you want, multi-million-dollar business, or you can build a small business or a medium-sized one. But so let me just see. So in 1994, Kiyosaki started researching in earnest. He went to every presentation he could hear about. He listened closely. He studied the literature of company after company. He looked at the track records, examined them closely, the same way I would do my due diligence on any business venture I was considering investing in. I even joined a few companies, and if I liked what I saw, so I could learn more about them and see what life was like from the inside. So eventually I began meeting some of these companies' leaders, and I was stunned to find that they were some of the most intelligent, kind, ethical, moral, spiritual, and professional people I had met in all my years in business. And I can say I have found that too. At the top of network marketing, you have a more evolved human being than you do in business generally. In corporate, the Achilles heel of corporate now is the level of internal fiber and strength, and that is so lacking that it's causing the disintegration of a lot of things. There's a lot of amazing people in big companies, but they're not able to drive the culture enough. So it's not a good place to be. It's not a smart place to be anymore at all. It's not an environment that is actually, it's not evolved enough. And the human species, as well as institutions, is also evolving to a higher level. And the people in network marketing are more evolved than most of the rest of the world. So you're with a higher level of person in general. So once I got over my prejudices and met people I respected and related to, I saw that I had found the heart of the industry, and I was amazed at what I had found. So when I first stumbled upon the concept in that first meeting in 1975, my mind had been closed tight to the idea, just like me. Now, some 20 years later, my view has completely changed. And so has mine. I'll talk more about this as the days go on, but seriously, if I had understood network marketing the way I do now, I would have been here so much sooner. It's such an amazing place to be. It's freeing. It's building your potential. There's unlimited income, no capped bonuses, but it's a more efficient model than traditional business, and it's set up more intelligently than real estate because of a pipe burst. I don't have to worry about that in network marketing. I have no employees, no inventory, no rent, no big fixed costs, and I can build whatever I want. So anyway, that's it for today. I'll continue on. Thanks. Bye.